I've really started to where it's like, okay, buckle up. I'm ready for change. I'm ready for whatever the universe is trying to move me into the direction that is my destiny, into what I'm supposed to have. And that's what Mercury in retrograde does. It shows you parts of yourself that are deserving of healing. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to Divine Goddess Tarot. My name is Jessica, and this is your weekly zodiac reading. So let's get right to it and see what energies are coming in for you this week. And this will be the overall energy and what messages are coming for Aquarius. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. I love that. Beautiful. And this is your future higher self. And what messages? Wow. The fairy moon, planning, patience, and cooperation. I love that. That just reminds me, even just the whole star card right there. It feels like you just came right into your reading. And this will be your guides, your goddesses, gods, angels, as well as devils, anything that supports you in the 5D for your journey. So these will be all of your messages coming in from your guides. Sacred breath and sound, life force, and communication, which is about perfect with Mercury and retrograde. It's all about communication right now, so keep that in mind. This will be either tips and tricks or the outcome of this week. So whatever is cooking up right now, this will be that. Body changes. So this I'm feeling is more or less tips and tricks. So something to look for as far as body changes as a result of this. Let's define this more with tarot to see exactly what the messages are coming through and what they mean. All right, the sun. You've got a lot of sun energy right here. So you've got eternal love with this. And then the sun. So beautiful. I love this already for you. And keep going. So there is a little bit of angst. So we've got the Nine of Swords. And that can be too that full moon, energy, all the changes that are kind of going on astrologically. And there's the moon. So you've got the sun and you've got the moon and she's in the starry night. So a lot of just kind of, I feel like we're going to be going through the momentum of this Mercury retrograde with some highs and lows and just kind of look at it like the sun is shining and now it's set, and then the sun is shining and now it's set. So just know a new day will dawn whenever you start getting a lot of moon energy that you can't see. Now moon energy is really powerful, so keep that in mind. Moon energy is really asking you to step into your intuition, rather what you can see and what's clear. And so this fairy Norn, planning, patience, and cooperation is really the embodiment of that energy. So we've got the Hangman actually in reverse. And we've got the Magician in reverse. Just making sure to see if my deck was upside down. If I actually turned it while chatting. And no, it's not. So Ace of Cups. And your guides, Two of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Judgment. And under body changes. What messages? So Five of Swords. Strength. And Ten of Swords. All right. So a lot of swords clearly with communication. There's definitely the highs and lows in here. It just feels like high, low. So just keep that in mind. Roller coaster it is. So with this week, your overall energy is very bright, but yet you might have a dip sometime later in the week. I'm really feeling that with this Nine of Swords, there just is a lot coming at you right now. With this retrograde, there's coming to light some healing that is deserved at this time, and you may be feeling just a little bit stuck. She's, and I'm gonna say a she or he has this beautiful quilt on the lap, right? So I'm really feeling a little bit of maybe some security, some taking some time to rest, get bundled up. I don't know why that's coming into mind, but the blanket was standing out very clearly regarding when you are having these low points, to really just kind of cocoon up. And the moon is here to really, for us, that when things are in its shadowy phase, when things are not very clear, it's time to really tap into that intuition and trust into the universe that things are going to be okay. To tap into this very beautiful energy of just patience, and to perhaps start planning something different, start thinking of new ways to do it differently. The Hangman is in reverse, so he's upright. This isn't where you want to be. You want to actually be upside down. And the reason is because it is encouraging you to look at things from a new perspective. And I think right now, perhaps in that moon phase, you may be really, honing in on it looking a certain way. And what your higher self and future self is really asking you to do is basically look at this from a different angle, and you will find your enlightenment. So Aquarius, this is encouraging you to do that. The Magician is in reverse, and I believe it is because you are stuck in the reversal of not looking at this a different way. And it could be you just not quite believing in yourself. And so when the Magician is in reverse, it's not you believing that you really have the ability to turn your life, that you are the magician, you are the creator, and you can turn life's challenges into the alchemy of moving forward and really creating the life you want. And when you do, I really feel with this Ace of Cups, that's when your cup is overflowing. You're really being gifted and offered a full cup of what you're supposed to have. But you've got to clean up this, just this perspective of the way you're looking at things in order to receive that full bounty of what you are going after at this time. Sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. So you've got a 10 here from your guides, and this is really endings and new beginnings. You've got 2 2s, which definitely could be in partnership, in partnership with your guides, in partnership with someone as you move through your life and in your beautiful sacred journey. It's all about balance. And when we don't have balance in our life, it's almost like we are blindfolded to being able to move forward, because we're tripping over the imbalance of our life. And I love that, there's the moon here as well. So you've got a lot of moon energy, and it's I feel really positive. Moon energy is sacred. It is something that you Aquarians really have the knack to tap into, is your moon energy, that star energy of going, okay, I can make this, even though I can't see the solution very well or the outcome, but I'm going to have trust and faith, and I'm going to tap into that sacred breath and sound of life force. And maybe what it's calling you to do is that when you get in these moments of uncertainty, that you really ground yourself with breath. The breath is the thing that brings you into the moment. 3 deep breaths, slow, and exhale, of course, slow as well. And just ground yourself, perhaps before you communicate, before you respond to something. Really ground yourself, especially at this time with Mercury in retrograde. And when you do, you've got this beautiful Judgment card. And this is rebirth. This is something new, you taking on your life in a different way. The coffins in the tarot really represent a death of an old way of being and a renewal of something new in your life. And I do really believe that with Mercury in retrograde, we have this dismal, oh, Mercury in retrograde, but I've really started to where it's like, okay, buckle up, I'm ready for change. I'm ready for whatever the universe is trying to move me into the direction that is my destiny, into what I'm supposed to have. And that's what Mercury in retrograde does. It shows you parts of yourself that are deserving of healing. It shows us when we are not letting things go in our life that aren't serving us anymore. That's why a lot of, eternal love, this could be if you do have something that's returning from the past. Is it in alignment with love? All these things is the universe going, you still stand with that decision? Is that really where you want to be? So it's just like this beautiful unearthing of tilling up the soil for us to create something new. And so with that, I'm hearing that there's some things for you to look out for, and that's body changes. So we all discover body changes. This is just part of our nature of life. We go into one cycle to another. I feel that with the Strength card, there's some fighting here, and with the Ten of Swords, I'm really feeling that this is asking you to really, with the stresses of life, to know that well, the body keeps the score. There's a book out that talks about that. Letting go. There's many things. Our body holds on to a lot of things, and as a result, it manifests in a lot of different ways. And so if we are feeling unfulfilled or we're feeling lonely, we can use food, we can use alcohol, we can use many things to our detriment in life. And everything is deserved of balance, okay? So you've got this balance here, but I really feel like your body is telling you a story with the Ten of Swords here, that it's exhausted. And if we don't make the changes to nurture and care for ourselves, then they're not changes for the better. And so the Five of Swords this is a card of a conflict, walking away from conflict, just kind of defeat too. So I feel with this message that it's time to, when we are in conflict, we are in anger, we have a vibration that is very harmful for our body. Well, they say stress kills, and it literally does. So it's time to perhaps heal these things and get into balance with them, so that we can create a alkaline or a type of body that is in alignment with peace and joy. And you've got a lot of joy here with the Sun. So maybe it's time to really take a look at the messages, listen to our bodies, go within if we need to, with the Strength card here. Perhaps it's time to do something with strength training, do something for our bodies, stretch, even walk, do something that supports health, drink more water. I'm just hearing that there is some nurturing that is deserved, especially during all of this very full emotional time. So, and with the Strength card, remember, and I bring this up a lot because it's such a pivotal point of this card. She is opening the jaws of the lion with her hands, and she's not forcing it. She's doing it with love and care. So it's the same thing. If we're doing, going to start a new regimen, it's really about listening to our bodies, doing it gently, and getting the rest you need so that you don't feel like you just beat yourself up and then you can't do it, because consistency is key. So stop fighting the world, start focusing on yourself. Your breath is so important. It goes right along with all of this. And to just really move with the ebb and flow of the energies of right now. It is all showing us something. It's teaching us something. It's healing something. It's communicating something. So I love this, Aquarius. This is a beautiful reading. There's a lot to it. I just keep feeling like it's this, I don't know, ocean, this moving in with the tide and receding back. So just move with it and breathe. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising as well, so that you get a full scope, as well as also Venus, to get all the messages that are for you this week. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.